What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? Steven Hyder, Gate City Sports Channel. All right, for all the cerebral football community here today, I just want to bring you a second video, just kind of talking about Howie Roseman a little bit. Look, it's getting hard to defend Howie Roseman, guys. It really is. I'm always cautious about things because the grass can look greener on the other side of things, and it's not. I'm not a guy out here who generally says like Howie has no merit, he can't do anything right. I don't feel that way. I just feel that he's particularly bad at personnel, and then that problem leaks into everything else. What is concerning to me about Howie Roseman, guys, and what is it's just bothering me, is the fact that we're hearing things coming out now from former players who are saying like, the problem in Philadelphia is not Carson Wentz, and it surely wasn't Doug Peterson. They didn't name Howie Roseman by name, and you could just say, well, Gate, you're reading into something. You don't know that's exactly what he was talking about. Maybe they're talking about ownership. Potentially. I don't know, guys, to be fair, but it seems unlikely to me. It seems that the obvious person they're alluding to here is Howie Roseman. I mean, guys, if you want to say, well, maybe it's Andy Weidel, maybe it's one of these other personnel guys that are actually working for Howie, hey, maybe it is. Maybe it is. That's not my gut instinct, though. My gut instinct is clearly Howie Roseman that they're talking about. And, I've defended Howie Roseman before about being, like, nuanced to the point I'm making, guys, which is Howie Roseman is one of the best GMs, and in my opinion, probably the best GM at bending the cap to his will. Meaning, he can find cap savings like none other. The problem is, I'm not sitting here telling you guys that being able to find cap savings necessarily writes off all the other things you've done, like really bad personnel decisions, right? Now, we've heard that some of this stuff may not have been Howie Roseman. This may have been more so, Howie's bad judgment of when to choose the scouts and when to choose the perspective of the coaches. And that's led to some very bad personnel decisions. Howie himself has admitted to being maybe a little too loyal to players that were past their prime, past when they should have received certain contracts. And, he's had a hard time letting go of them. On that point, the guys over at Over the Cap, they do great jobs here. They wrote an article where they were talking about the worst contracts in the NFL. And what was the worst contract in the NFL, guys? It was Alshon Jeffrey. It completely changed the dynamics of the Philadelphia Eagles receiving core. And then we started missing in the draft to add onto it. Alshon Jeffrey, who I honestly do feel like is a good player when he's healthy, hasn't been healthy and hasn't been a good player for quite some time now. It's just been a constant cycle that Howie's kind of been the head of here. And it makes me wonder, on one hand, he only has 1 year left on that contract. On the other hand, guys, am I going to sit here and tell you that I have confidence that he won't be back? No, I don't have that confidence. But I do know that, obviously the way this team performs in 2021 is probably going to play a large role. If it exceeds expectations, he's probably safe. If it falls on its face a second straight year, he may not be so safe. It's just difficult, guys. I don't know how to feel about Howie Roseman, right? Because I've heard some of the other guys talking and are like, look, the funny thing is that none of us really like Howie, but then if you start asking, name 5 GMs better than Howie, there's a struggle there. I mean, off the top of my head, there's 3 heavy hitters right from the beginning, right? San Francisco's John Lynch, Chris Ballard out there with Indianapolis, and then you have guys like Mickey Loomis with the Saints. Those are 3 pretty heavy hitters that I would put in consideration. You have the Chiefs kind of tree here with Brett Veach out there in Kansas City. Then he's got his disciple, Brandon Beane, who's out there in Buffalo. I mean, they're doing a really good job. Look to Jason Licht out there with the Bucks. He did a pretty good job this past year. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, Colbert's kind of an outgoing guy with Pittsburgh. He's retiring, but had a very good, career. You look at John Robinson with the Titans. He was very good. DeCosta with the Ravens. I definitely come up with some names I would probably put above Howie Roseman, but I understand their point that just because someone has maybe lost their leadway with the fan base and things like that doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad at their job. And a lot of people brought up how former personnel people who didn't like Howie Roseman, when they're asked, about his personality, they're just saying look, man, this is a frightened man that is paranoid and tries to essentially hang on to his job when it's not warranted to be that frightened about it. And in the same breath, though, and this was, if you guys are wondering what I'm alluding to, guys, go watch the Eagle Eye podcast. They talked about it recently. In the same breath, guys, then they're also saying that, but then again, those same sources are saying that, but the guy's good at his job, and I learned a lot from him. Hence the love-hate relationship with Howie Roseman, guys. I don't even know how to explain this. It is a crazy circumstance here in Philadelphia. I had a fan from one of our division rivals here. I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out the channel, guys. It's greatly appreciated. What he even was saying was like, Gade, it wasn't that long ago where Philadelphia was like the organization everyone looked to. And now Philadelphia is no longer that organization everyone looks to. It's weird what like 18 months to 2 years can do to an organization. Yeah, spot on, man. You're spot on. I can't explain it. It's a crazy world and things change fast, especially in NFL circles, guys. Leave your comments down below, guys. How do you feel about Howie Roseman? How do you feel about the situation, guys? I got a feeling a lot of y'all are going to want him fired. I get it. I definitely get it, guys. Do you guys think that this is all Howie? Do you think that Howie is the guy moving all the pieces? Do you think this is Howie Roseman? And if you do think it's Howie Roseman, if you want to provide context to it, guys, provide the context. I would greatly appreciate it. Even if I don't respond to you guys, I'm still reading everything. It's just sometimes these videos get entirely too many comments for me to respond to everybody. But go ahead and leave it. I'll see the responses, guys. And if I can address it in other videos, I will. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know if you got some nuanced answers to it. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next video, guys. Whew, let's go.